Okay, on this video we will be identifying linear equations. So we already know that if it is a linear function or equation, when you graph it, it's going to be a straight line going any way. These are all linear on a graph. Now we're going to talk about what it looks like as an equation. So on my left here I have linear equations, and so I want you to kind of look at them and see what they all have in common. And then over here on my right, we have nonlinear equations. And so let's see what they also have in common. So on my left side, the linear equations, I want you to note, so jot this down, in order to be a linear equation, they all have no exponents. And they also have no variables multiplied by each other. Okay, and so each of these on the left side meet those requirements, and so if you were to graph them in the calculator or on paper, they would form a line. Now our non-examples do not meet these two requirements. So this has an exponent, this first one has an exponent. The second one has variables multiplied together. Again, variables multiplied together. And then here we have an exponent. So these are non-linear. If you were to graph them, they would form some other type of graph. Okay, so I first want you to pause the video and try this problem on your own. It's to select all equations below that are a linear, and so I'm going to emphasize all. Okay, so now that you've had some time to go through it yourself, we're going to go through each of them and decide whether it's linear or nonlinear. So for A, I hope you noted that we see this x times y in the equation, so that means it is not linear. So I'm going to cross that out. And B, we have x plus y equals 5, so I see no exponents and I see no variables multiplied together, so that is linear. C, I see, let's see, it looks very confusing. I see no exponents and I see no variables multiplied together. So yes, that's linear. We're going to circle that. D, I see this exponent right here. So no, it is not linear. We're going to cross it out. And E, E looks really confusing. Let's see, no exponents. Are variables multiplied together? Let's see, if I distribute this x that's on the outside, that would become 3x. And then minus, let's see, that would be xy equals 7. So this right here would make it non-linear. So this is also not linear, so we would cross that out. So only B and C are our linear equations because they have no exponents and no variables multiplied together.